Okay, you know what's neat about the system? Is that you could use the system to fight the system. That's right. That's what I tell you. And if you learn to use the system, it's stronger than anybody else that can put up the fight against you. And it's free. And I was reading an article the other day about how they're denying housing, opportunities to people with criminal records. So in other words, to rent an apartment or the mortgages and all this kind of stuff, you have a criminal record or something, and they could deny it. Well, now HUD came out with guidelines saying, hey, you just can't do that indiscriminately. Just deny people, access to housing because of a criminal record. I mean, forever. It could be, a traffic ticket, whatever they decide is a criminal record. Like 1 out of 4 people in America have criminal records. So that's 25%. So you go and try to rent a house, buy a house or whatever, this kind of stuff, or get kind of services for the house or whatever. And if they say no, based on a criminal record, that could be against the law. So what do you do though, if that happens to you? You're going to hire an attorney? No, that's going to cost $500,000, $2,000, $5,000 to fight for you. See, what's neat about the system is because it's a law, we have bureaucrats that enforce that law, that are more powerful than any attorney you could hire because they can put those people out of business. It's sort of like the IRS. If the IRS, you got problems with them and you owe them money, man, what do? You just pay them money, go away, because you don't know what the hell they're going to do, put you in jail or whatever, you just pay. So the same way with the people who fight housing discrimination for you. They could put them out of business. So a person says, oh, I better just give him the house or give him the rent or say what he wants because I don't want to mess with the government and I don't know what's going to happen and I may wind up in jail, right? See, and just you could even be wrong and turn in a housing discrimination complaint and the government has to investigate for you. See? And that's power, man. That's more powerful than calling an attorney, isn't it? The private system, yeah, if you give them $500, I'll make a phone call for you. Not the government. You just got to do it. So and actually what's happening at HUD, and Justice Department is doing this a lot too, is about the high number of incarcerations we have in our country for minorities. Like here, African Americans only represent 12% of the population, but they're 36% of the prison population. Hispanics only 17% of the population in America, but 22% of the prison population. So there's something happening there. And what it is, I guess it could be debatable, but the data show that is something strange happening. So if you feel discriminated against, and what is discrimination? Well, that could be a moving target too. But it's based on any housing discrimination is based on like race or color, national origin, religion, sex, families with children, family status, disability, and now your criminal record, So all those now are discriminatory actions. Okay, what kind of thing is an action that you could feel discriminated against? Okay, they refuse to rent or sell you housing, if they refuse to negotiate for housing, if they make housing unavailable, they set different terms, conditions, or privileges for sale or rental, provide different housing services or facilities, because of one of these conditions, falsely deny that housing is available for inspection, sale, or rental. Oh, you have a criminal record? No, that's not available, and you feel that is why they're making a decision. Well, you don't have to know for sure, you don't have to be positive, but you feel that it may be true. Okay, or for profit, persuade owners to sell or rent. That's called block housing, block busting. Deny access to a membership or facility or service related to the sale of housing. Refuse to make reasonable accommodation or rules of services if necessary for disabled people for use of housing. Refuse to allow disabled people to make reasonable accommodations. Threaten to interfere with anyone making fair housing complaints. See, they can't. You say, oh, don't complain against me, for the HUD, or else I'll come and break your kneecaps or something. That's a violation right there. Refuse to provide municipal services or property insurance or hazard insurance, just based on one of those things. And here's a number you call. Okay, you call 1-800-669 9777. 1-800-669-9777. Or you can go online and you could Google Fair Housing Complaint Process. Fair Housing Complaint Process. It costs no money to file a complaint. You can do it online or on the 800 number. You fill out a form. If they feel they have the jurisdiction, they come out and investigate. These are the cops. Show up at the door. And the guy doesn't pay up or change his thing, they take him to court. Whatever, close him down. Whatever it's required. Yeah. How does that neat? Man, you do that in the so-called market economy. Nobody's going to do that for you without paying them a bunch of dough. And so that's why, see, this is part of the system. But these people aren't going to advertise. I mean, you see on the late night TV, you got a phone, you got a lawyer. These lawyers will advertise. Well, here's something better than a lawyer if you feel discriminated against. And they'll put the people out of business. They have more power than any lawyer that could handle that. So think about that. Because I guess there's a lot of housing discrimination going out there. So you call that 800 number or Google Fair Housing Complaint Process and know your rights. Flex your rights. You're paying for it. These are lawyers that are free.